Hello and welcome to another episode of the Devils in God's Country. I'm one of your hosts, Casper Rigsby. Lovely, talented co-host Miss Allie Jackson still is not with us yet. Hopefully, she will be back very shortly. Our newest co-host Tony is here. Say hi, Tony.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Um, Tonight is open mic night. We do this once a month. Third Sunday of every month, or third Monday of every month. I'm sorry, forget what fucking day it is. I'm tired. Uh, Third Monday of every month, we do this. We give out the link to pretty much anybody who wants it, and says, "Hey, uh, you can join anytime throughout the show until we get a total of 10 people in here. So that'd be 8 more people, including Tony and myself. Uh, Only have room for 7 when Allie gets back. So throughout the course of the show tonight, we may have some folks trickle in or trickle out. Um, we may have nobody show up at all. So we haven't really picked a topic or scripted a topic out or anything like that. However, to start us out while we're potentially waiting on folks to show up, if maybe somebody shows up, I want to start off by mentioning that apparently Ted Koppel ripped into Bill O'Reilly on the O'Reilly factor. Not sure if that was today or yesterday, but apparently just ripped him a new one on there. Basically said, you've changed the face of television journalism for the worse over the last 20 years. You took it from being, um, oh man, let me quote him because it was a pretty good quote. Um, Koppel said to O'Reilly, said, "You and I have talked about this general subject many times over the years. It's irrelevant how I would do it. You know who made it irrelevant? You did. You've changed the television landscape over the past 20 years. You took it from being objective and dull to subjective and entertaining. And in this current climate, it doesn't matter what the interviewer asks him. Mr. Trump is going to say whatever he wants to say, as outrageous as it may be." So yeah, I thought that was a very good statement being made by Koppel, and of course, Koppel has the fucking credentials to back up, his prowess as a journalist, over 50 years in the field of journalism, and trying to do it the right way as best he could, to provide actual news and information to people, uh, rather than cater to the fucking 10-second attention span of half the population these days. Um, O'Reilly, on the other hand, is the exact fucking opposite. I love when I see on his shows he says it's the no spin zone, and then he comes right behind that and he spouts out a bunch of fucking spin and a bunch of fucking propaganda and a bunch of fucking nonsense. And people are like, "Yeah, he's telling it how it is." No, he's fucking not.
Hmm.
He's telling you what you want to fucking hear, and I don't even know why you want to hear that. I don't get it. I don't get why so many people want to hear just inane, stupid shit. Um, it blows my fucking mind to think that people just want to sit back and veg out watching people like O'Reilly promote fucking fear and hatred and fucking ignorance on a regular basis. I don't know. That's Fox News for you though, like you said, Tony. What do you
Yeah.
think? You think Koppel made a good point?
Oh, hell yes. In fact, that entire thing can go on to all the news outlets, CNN, MSNBC. I mean, they've fucking ruined what was supposed to be the fucking news. I mean, I bring this up all the time. I mean, the mainstream media only has a 6% approval rating, which is slightly higher than the Republican Congress. And when it comes to Bill O'Reilly, the dude is just a flat out liar. I mean, last year, I don't know if you remember this scandal. Now he was caught in several lies. I think it was somehow my favorite one was that he witnessed nuns getting shot, and then when it turns out that wasn't true, he said, "Oh well, I saw pictures of nuns being shot." I'm like, okay, well, okay, but by that definition, I can fly a plane. I've seen pictures of planes.
Uh, you know, it's weird to think that I used to watch O'Reilly just to try and understand some of what the other side was thinking and what was going on over there, and it didn't help. I mean, all it did was like give me headaches and make me angry to watch this asshole sit here and just say crazy ass shit that he know. You can see it written on his face that he knows it's bullshit, but it doesn't stop him from saying it. And then his popularity, man, with so many right wing conservative Christian fucktards. It's unreal, you know, and they trust him as a news source. They trust people like him, man, Glenn Beck and fucking all of these jackasses, man. They trust them as a valid news source, as a source of fucking information. It's just I don't know. It blows my mind. I find it crazy what people just find entertaining these days.
Yeah.
You know, we were talking on your show yesterday about how a lot of the YouTubers, you know, that basically have made a name for themselves on YouTube, and one of the big ways that they make a name for themselves is to be confrontational and to be argumentative, and you know, just to try and incite um, derision. Um, and it doesn't matter which side of the fence they're on. That's sort of the crazy thing. It doesn't matter which side of the fence they're on. Like it's honestly it's just more of the same shit that we've been getting from the mainstream media, and now here it is on YouTube. And you look at the videos that get these huge fucking hit ratings and have lots of followers and shit, and constantly video after video, it's some you know confrontational shit where they just come in and they try to rail on this person or that person, and that's you know it's all about entertainment for them. You know, it's I remember when I was young, there was the Jerry Springer show, and it's kind of what it is on fucking YouTube now, with a lot of these fucking YouTubers. And it's not all of them. There's some really good folks out here making good videos on YouTube. I'm going to tell you right now, Devils in God's Country is not one of those. If you're looking for like a really good informational show on YouTube, don't watch this fucking show. It's not meant to be that. Like, this is all just opinion and us sitting around, you know, having a few drinks, hanging out, and you know, just kind of shooting the shit. Um, and it's more for the folks who just like to sit back and go, ah, yeah, I feel you. Sometimes I get to feeling like that too. Like, I feel you. It's this isn't meant to fucking give you, you know, really solid, good information, um, and to be something that you look at as a news source, or um, even really as a source of entertainment. I mean, it is what it is. It's nothing special. I see we've had someone join us.
Yes, it's the
Hey,
quiet
John.
atheist. It's the quiet atheist.
Hello, sir.
How's it going?
It's going. We're here. I've got a few beers.
Hey, that works, man. I just finished a energy drink myself.
Hey, whatever your habit is, whatever floats your boat, as long as you ain't hurting nobody, it's cool with me.
Yes, sir. I agree 100%.
Um,
So, ooh, what happened to Atheist Ranger?
he's refreshing. Apparently, he's having some technical difficulties on him. He'll be back in a second. He's just gonna refresh his shit.
Oh, so what is the subject about tonight?
We don't have any. We're hoping some folks would show up and they'd have something they wanted to talk about. That's sort of how we
Oh,
do these open mic nights. We like for folks to just come in and maybe they got something on their mind that we haven't talked about before. Maybe we have talked
yeah,
about it before and they happen to have seen one of the shows and even disagree with something I've said or Allie
yeah,
said or something and want to talk about it. Always up for some lively discussion.
yeah. What I was going to mention is, you know, I have quit having hangouts for a while because of all of this sniping shit going on, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I have been, looking for other means, to broadcast live to people. I got OBS and I'm figuring that out and stuff like that. But as far as this, sniping shit is concerned, man, it's nasty, man.
Yeah, we got sniped out. I was in Rangers hangout last night. We were about 10 deep in there,
I
and
seen that.
yeah, somebody sniped the shit out of us. Then I don't know. I don't get enough attention to get sniped, so it's probably not something we're gonna have to worry about here. My general viewership. If I have 4 viewers, I'm fucking doing crazy good. So.
Well, I last hangout I had, it was a tribute to a good friend of mine who was going overseas. She's in the military and she received her orders to go to Egypt. And I wanted to have kind of like a farewell, goodbye tribute hangout for her. I wanted it, to be a great time for her to experience. But some people who shall remain nameless, because I'm not going to give them a platform, um, took the link to my hangout, posted it to 4chan, and my hangout got sniped. And I had to delete the whole fucking hangout. Man, I was pissed. And then these things happening with Ranger, and then I started doing a little bit more research regarding this matter, and I've seen videos on YouTube, showing hangouts getting sniped, man. And I said, fuck this. I'm not going to have a hangout until this shit's fixed.
It's not going to, probably.
Well, no, because the Hangouts are actually transitioning over to YouTube Live come September the 12th, so there will be no more Hangouts after September 12th, or at least not any live Hangouts. They expect us to all use YouTube Live, which, whatever, man, maybe YouTube will be a little more responsive about that shit. Maybe it won't happen as much on YouTube Live. I don't know. I've never used the YouTube Live service, but
Well, see,
we'll be.
the question I would have for that is, would a person be able to bring other people into the live stream like they do in Hangouts?
Yeah, apparently Tony was looking into it, or Ranger was looking into it, and said that it's basically just like a Hangout where you can give a link, the way we've been doing with the Hangouts, so that we can have other people involved in the chat. So we'll find out here in a few weeks, or actually next week. I'm gonna try to transition over to the YouTube Live format for our next Hangout next week.
Oh, Casper, real quick. I hate to bother you with this, but did you get any word from Allie about my application?
Oh, no, she was in the middle of job interviews this week, so I've tried to just let her see what she can do on that front.
Yeah.
Trying to let her fix her personal life right now. So, I'm gonna get with one of our other guys that does that. That does the application stuff and see if he'll just fast track it, because he stopped doing it when Allie took over, but he knows everything to do there, so he can probably go through and just find it and approve it.
So just real quick, like if I get approved, like will I get an email or what can I expect?
Yeah, we send out a welcome email to any person that joins the Atheist Republic. Just to let them know, that they're a part of the team. We generally get little caricatures made up for everybody and add them to the team page list on the Atheist Republic website. And also we send out the code of conduct as well, because we have a code of conduct for everybody on the Atheist Republic team. So,
Okay.
the basic gist of the code of conduct is don't do any fucked up shit when you're acting as a representative of the Atheist Republic. And by fucked up shit, I mean, like, don't let us find out that you're a member of a fucking hate group, and you're out there, you know, as a representative of the Atheist Republic and the KKK, you know, like that's we you know, yeah, it's really common sense shit, but it's shit that we want to make sure everybody adheres to and protect our own ass because you know we actually are a 501c nonprofit organization, so
Oh
we
wow.
want to get our shit. Yeah, we don't want to get our shit yanked because somebody wanted to act a fool.
Yeah. I can see where you're coming from there. Shit.
Well, we're you know we've got a big presence on Facebook. That tends to be where our presence really is felt. Got about 1.3 million followers on Facebook.
Wow.
And
One of them is me, by the way.
I found Atheist Republic through Facebook, and then I found the website, and that's how I got started with the organization.
Yeah.
Kind of worked my way up through the ranks just as a blogger.
That's cool. I guess.
Now,
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Oh no, I was gonna say now I'm supposedly a bigwig with AR. I don't fucking see it, but supposedly I am.
Yeah. Well, as far as I am concerned, I've just been trying to build my channel, and stuff like that, and of course I've made a lot of enemies along the way, and will continue to do so. But I do what I do. See, one of the problems that I have, myself is, I have several people coming to the channel all the time, trying to tell me what kind of content I should and should not put on my channel. You should talk about this because it matters the most, or you should do this or that. I go, what? What's the name of this channel?
I got the same problem.
Yeah, I've been dealing with the same problem recently, and I don't know, man. Bunch of fucktards out there, self-important fucktards who think that their shit doesn't stink. That's cool. They ain't going nowhere, but they can stay where the fuck they're at because I'm not gonna indulge them.
If they want to talk about the problems, that they want to talk about on their own channels, that's fine. Go ahead. Whatever floats your boat, whatever tickles your pickle, I don't care. I don't give a shit. But leave me and my channel alone, and I'll put what I want to put on my channel. Simple.
Yeah, I don't watch anybody's shit on YouTube.
Yeah.
I don't watch any of the YouTube folks.
Yeah.
I recently I'm good friends with another author and journalist, Dan Arrell. I don't know if you know of him.
I can't say that. I can't say that I'm familiar with him.
Yeah, he writes a blog for Pathos under the Friendly Atheists general blog channel.
Yeah.
But he's also published a few books, and his current I hate to say crusade because it makes it sound illegitimate, but it's a really good fight that he's fighting right now is dealing with Ken Ham and the Ark Encounter bullshit and how they're getting tax money basically and getting tax money and using that to discriminate against people.
Yep.
So basically they have taxpayers funding their Christian discrimination. And I'm sure to some folks out there that's fucking small potatoes. It's meaningless, not something that's worthy of us talking about. But I love that Dan's talking about it, and I love everybody out there that's talking about the things that affect them, the things that affect each of us on a daily basis, and what we can do to work on those things. I mean, there's so much different shit out there that we can all be talking about. and I I see just a lot of myopic fucking viewpoints out there. That's just like I don't know. The biggest one for me right now is fucking Islam. It's the fucking one trick pony of so much of the atheist community right now.
Yeah.
Islam bad, atheism good. Rah rah rah. I'm like, come on, man. We
I
all
know,
fucking
right?
know that. Like Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's like they treat us like a bunch of fucking infants that don't know anything.
Hey
And
guys,
it's like these people, what really gets me, you know, is I've noticed this among a lot of these people, you know. Oh, they want to bitch about countries and how dangerous they are. And at the same time, these exact countries that they bitch about are not countries that they live in. How the fuck, you know, is this going to impact you in any way?
Yeah. All right, we've had another person join us, Evan.
yeah. How's it
Hello,
going?
sir.
Hey, I got your invitation, so I thought I'd check it out, see what's going on.
Actually, that was my invitation.
Okay. Oh, all right.
All right, is there another name you normally use?
People call me Neff. That's short for Nephilim Free. That's my YouTube screen name.
Oh yes, yeah, I've seen some of your comments in some of my videos.
I've commented on your videos, huh?
Well, on my Google Plus page, yeah.
Okay.
Now, before this discussion goes even further, guys, I have to apologize because for some reason, when I host Hangouts on my channel, I get my original channel being featured. But when I go into another person's channel, it's something different completely. I have no idea why. It's something that I've been trying to figure out. I don't know.
All right. Well, is there anything you'd like to talk about, Nephilim?
I don't really have anything on my mind. I thought I'd see what you guys were talking about. I just came in from work, got dinner, finished up my evening chores, and got settled in.
Well, what were we talking about? We were talking about the sniping that's been going on.
Not for me with it. I don't keep up with the news well enough. I guess what's going on.
No,
what
no,
happened.
it's on YouTube. People getting kicked out of the Hangouts. And
Oh, that garbage. Oh,
yes.
that's just lame as it can be.
Yeah.
No arguments here.
No argument here either. Which is, you know, and I brought this up before, you know, I say, well, which is ironic coming from these people because these people are supposed to be champions for the First Amendment, right? But they want to silence other people by doing this bullshit, you know?
Well, I see it as an act of cowardice, you know.
Oh yeah, they think it's funny. It's fucking amusing. Haha! Look, I shut you down. Like I don't have fucking 5 or 6 goddamn Google accounts, so I can just start up another one immediately. I mean, it's only a minor nuisance.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then guys that do that, they usually have 5 or 6 accounts too. That way, if you block one of them, they still got another one they can do it to you with.
Oh yeah. I don't know. I don't get enough attention to have to worry about it, which is good. I don't want folks taking me too seriously. I don't like that shit.
Hey, man, to be honest, I thought the same thing, and I've already been sniped twice, so just keep on the lookout.
Yeah.
It's probably mostly kids, you know, under 18, probably 12 to 15, 18, 17-year-olds that are doing it because, I don't know, that's pretty immature behavior. It wouldn't surprise me if it was teenagers and preteens doing that crap.
I don't know. I figure I've got more to worry about if people figure out that, like, actually who I am and they hate some of my books and they decide, oh, I'm going to attack you now because I've fucking seen your books and I hate it.
That's what a lot of people do. When you criticize them, they want to dog drop you, man. I've seen a lot of that shit on YouTube lately.
So does anyone what the hell's going on in fucking Milwaukee? Because I'm still confused. Like, what fucking started that?
Well, apparently, what happened was this police officer got into an altercation with an African American, and this African American had a gun on him, and he started to run from the cop, and he turned around with the gun in his hand, and the cop shot him to death. Is what, from what I understand, and all the African Americans in that town in Milwaukee are did a riot, I guess, and then the governor of the state decided to activate the National Guard so that they could come down to Milwaukee to try and settle everything down. It's just a big pile of mess right now, man. I don't know any specific details about it or anything.
Okay, because at first I thought it was about that woman who was I think she tried to use her kid as a hostage and she got shot. I thought it was about that.
No. That's a different story altogether, in a different state, I believe.
And I am never going to be one to criticize a cop for shooting someone who is armed, pointing a gun at them. Like, that's the point where you're in the fucking wrong. And if you turn around and point a gun at a fucking police officer, they're going to shoot you. And I'm not going to fucking say that they're wrong in doing that. Like, yeah.
I mean, and why would you? I mean, there are some police officers out there today that are just fucking trigger happy.
Oh yeah, there are definitely some. I mean, you look at the case down in Florida with that that black man that was helping the autistic dude with his truck out there, and the fucking cop shot him like 3 times in the fucking leg while he's laying on his back on the ground with his fucking hands in the air.
Yep.
Yeah.
What the hell? Like, yeah, that's something. Of course, I'm gonna say, yeah, that's fucked up. Why would you do that?
Yep.
Yeah, there are definitely cases where police have been using far too excessive force, and I will say that at least within the mainstream media, the coverage of it shows it to be very skewed towards black people. Now, statistically, whether or not that's true, I don't know. We haven't got the statistics to show whether that's true this year or not. It could be absolutely false. They could have shot way more fucking white people this year. I don't know. But I'm gonna tell you that just watching the mainstream media, what shows up in my news feed on Facebook, on Twitter, it's just a very disproportionately skewed towards black people for these sorts of events to be taking place.
Yeah.
I think it's people stirring up this stuff on purpose. I don't see all this as, for example, that claim of racism, where that black fella refused to obey the cop, and it was a white guy. No, wait, it was a black guy. He reached in his pocket for a pistol or something, or he said he had a pistol on him. Then he goes to reaching into his pocket, and so the cop shot him. And what would you do if you're a cop? You've told the guy, be still, put his hands in there. He refuses to obey you. He's already told you he's got a gun on him. Then he reaches for a back pocket. I mean, what's a cop to do? Just wait till the guy pulls out a Glock and takes him out? No, the cops expected to shoot. So this guy was either asking to get killed, suicide by cop, or he's just really stupid. But what could possibly be racist about it? I mean, really, because the guy happens to be black and was disobeying the cop and did something stupid like this, that's racist? I don't see it, man. It's just people trying to stir something up, make something racist out of it because they got an agenda to gripe, And it goes both ways. I mean, it's just people being stupid.
Well, as someone who's grown up and was born in the South and has lived their whole life in the South, I've definitely seen a lot of police officers that treat minorities very differently than they treat white people, even in just general police stops. So I've seen these things happen. Is it all cops? Of course it's not all fucking cops. Does it happen every day, all the time? No, it doesn't happen every day, all the time. But from my experience, what I've seen, especially growing up in the South, there are some problems with some officers within the police force. And the bigger issue for me is just this excessive use of force. This idea that we've given basically given cops a right to shoot first and ask questions later. Um, you know, I was heartbroken when I watched the video of the police officers just pull up on that 14-year-old boy with a BB gun.
Tamir Rice.
And just jump out of their car and start blasting him. You know, like that to me, that was just uncalled for. You know, from what I can see of it. Now, I wasn't there. I didn't experience it. I wasn't in the situation. But watching that video, like I would lose my mind if that happened to my child. I would lose it.
Not to mention, the operators even told the police, "Look, the gun's probably fake. You know, go with caution." And then they didn't tell him to freeze. They didn't tell him to go on the ground. They just got out and shot him.
The car hadn't even stopped. Yeah, the car hadn't even stopped. He just jumped out of the car and started blasting, man.
It was basically a drive-by as far as I'm concerned. I saw the fucking video, man.
Oh yeah, it was terrible, you know. And I know that it's not a problem amongst all police officers, but it is a problem if it's even one, you know. There's a point where you have to understand that police officers are supposed to have this understanding that they're there to protect and serve the community, and that it's a dangerous fucking job, inherently fucking dangerous. You know that when you get into it. It's like going into the military, and then you wanna bitch and gripe because you were getting shot at by fucking enemy combatants. You know, like, you signed up for that, home skillet. Like,
yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry. Like, yeah, that's a shitty situation. I wish you weren't in a war zone, but fuck, man. And police officers have to understand that you're in an inherently dangerous situation. And you can't just always go in there thinking that anybody and everybody you run into is an inherent danger to you and your life and your livelihood. Like, when you think like that, you become reactionary, and there's not enough forethought, I believe.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of these situations just aren't handled in a way that seems intelligent to me at all. It's just a matter of go in with guns blazing and get the job done, even if you're wrong in the end.
Not to mention the number of unarmed people that have been killed. I mean, I'm obviously not a cop either, but last time I checked, police officers have on them tasers, mace. They have other things besides their guns that they can use for unarmed individuals.
Well, I mean, I look at nations like Britain, you know, and I watch videos of you know, I watched a video over in Britain. This dude is running down the street, just probably whacked out of his mind on some sort of substance, waving a machete around, like, definitely a dangerous situation. And they get like 6 or 8 cops together, and they don't ever. There's no guns drawn or any, you know, excessive force used on this dude, and they take him down and subdue him and take him to jail. And it's like, wow. So it doesn't just happen in every country, you know, where cops just run around with guns and they just shoot people because they think they might be a threat or because they feel threatened.
It's just insane, man. And then another thing that I don't agree with when it comes to the police force, and you know, and this is all across the country, I've noticed this, is the fact that I think that in some cases, you know, a lot of these police forces have become extremely militarized. You know, when, you know, the military gives these police forces, you know, tanks or, you know, Humvees and all this shit that, you know, technically, you know, it's illegal for people to have, but apparently, from what I understand, you know, there's this loophole that they found or something along those lines where they were able to give police departments this equipment You know, and all these police departments look like is a bunch of military personnel nowadays. If you see the attire that they wear, the weaponry that they have, you know, it's just fucking ridiculous, man.
Yeah, I saw a meme on Facebook. It was a black dude holding up a sign that was basically written on a mirror, and then the sign basically said, "If you want to see who came for a riot, look at who's dressed for a riot." And it's pointing back at the police officers in their fucking riot gear, and they goddamn got the fucking military-looking vehicle behind them and shit. And like, yeah, who came prepared for a riot, man? Like,
I know.
It's not the people in the streets trying to protest some fucked up shit, you know. I thought peaceful protest was one of the things that this country was founded on. I thought that was kind of the point of the First Amendment, really, was for you to be able to peacefully protest against shit that you don't agree with.
Yeah. Well, one of the things that I didn't like about Wisconsin, the whole Milwaukee thing, is the fact that, you know, after this young guy got shot and killed, a bunch of these people took it upon themselves to basically, you know, start, you know, lighting a gas station on fire, bashing cop cars, and shooting and beating up every white person that they saw. I'm like, come on, man. How is that going to make a situation any better than it already is? You know what I mean? It isn't going to do anything.
Oh, yeah. It's certainly not going to make anything any better whatsoever. And so many times when these riots break out and stuff, it's minority groups that are destroying their own neighborhoods and their own businesses in their neighborhoods. They're really just hurting themselves.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel like, you know, you have to come to understand that you have a right to be angry and upset about a situation if you feel that that situation is wrong, but you have to approach it with some sense and, you know, put a little logic behind what you're doing. You know, have some reason about what you're doing and why you're doing it. If you want to march in the streets, march. That's fine. Don't fucking tip cars or fucking set shit on fire. You're not helping anything by doing that. You're making the situation worse. And in the end, you're hurting yourselves. This is your fucking neighborhood. These are your people.
In fact, the only, you know, as far as I'm concerned, when people act like that, you know, they're only enforcing the accusations that people are throwing at them. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And it's crazy. They see all of these things that they obviously have a problem with, yet they continue to feed these problems with the way that they act in regards to situations like this. But at the same time, they don't like it. I don't understand their thinking process.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely backwards a lot of times. Not all the time, but a lot of times it really is.
Yeah.
So I see we've had someone else join us, the Real Mississippi Vlog. Hello, sir.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
Actually, it's Rant with Jeff, but YouTube and Google has just screwed everything up. It's a total goddamn disaster. Fuck.
We were just talking about that like a few minutes ago.
Yeah. I tell you what, you guys are just goddamn you racist bastards. How can you not allow these people to burn down their own neighborhood as a protest?
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a no pilot license having drone flyer here.
Go drink bleach, you red bastard. I'm telling you, you racist bastards, man. Come on, if they want it, can you take away from these black people if they want to burn down their own neighborhoods? How can you want to stop them from doing this? You racist fucking scumbags. You sickening motherfuckers, man.
I don't know, man. It's a real fucked up situation for me as someone who considers himself a humanist and honestly and truly believes in the idea of equality for all people and for all people to be treated equal and fairly.
What are you, some kind of a social justice warrior, son of a bitch? Oh my fucking god!
I wish. I wish.
I'm being an asshole right now.
Oh no, I'm catching the sarcasm.
All right, thanks. See, it's YouTube. Oh, is he being sarcastic? Yes, no, who knows?
No, I honestly, I understand that there is some very serious systemic issues taking place right now, and it's not just against minorities. Mostly, it's dealing with poor people, man. And as someone who's on the cusp of living in poverty, like, I understand that. Like,
check your white privilege, man.
Oh yeah.
Of course.
I used to be a white supremacist, so like, I can honestly take that hit. So.
Did you really?
Oh yeah. I was a member of the Aryan Nation for quite some time.
Wow. What changed you?
I became an atheist.
Smart man. It usually happens that way. So I used to want to fucking kill every Muslim there was on the planet, man. It's like, yeah, bomb all, kill all these Negroes and all.
I let go of my religion. I let go of the idea of faith and religion, and I looked at myself and I said, okay, is there any logical reason for me to hate someone based on their ethnicity? And the answer is no. There's no logical, reasonable reason for me to hate someone based on their ethnicity. So it wasn't tenable with how I wanted to move forward in my life. So let it go.
Damn, you're epic, man. That's awesome.
Well, it's one of those things. I think if you're gonna address the shit going on in the world around you, you got to address yourself first. If you don't fix you, then you're just, there's so many people out there that are very hypocritical because they haven't addressed themselves, and then they want to turn around and tell other people they're fucking wrong. Like, come on, dude, fix you. Then we'll talk about how we fix everything else.
Well, you gotta be more like me. I hate everybody equally.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Fuck skin color and John, that pain in the ass over there. Fuck him too.
Fuck who?
Nothing.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought, asshole. You're lucky I can't have hangouts right now, or I can, but I don't want to risk it.
No, I mean just invite certain people. That's what I'm probably going to do.
Yeah.
Or I think Wolf. You probably don't know who we're talking about. I think Wolf King does like it upon request.
Yes, I know who Wolf is. I saw recently that he got his shit jacked too.
So what's going on with the hangouts? People getting sniped? I don't understand that shit.
Well, I don't know how they do it. I have some suspicions on how they do it. See, what they somehow do is when they get into that hangout, that somehow gives them access to the external chat somehow, I guess. And they leave the hangout again, and they do this through a phone, I believe.
No, actually. I know how to do it because I was shown.
Don't say it out loud, man.
Yeah, don't. God,
okay.
No.
Never mind.
Well,
I already told Casper how it's done, but yeah, I mean, I can probably tell you guys off air.
Well, maybe it'll sort itself out with everything switching over to YouTube Live come September 12th. So maybe YouTube will watch that shit a little better. So.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Because right now, Jeff, YouTube is switching everything over to that YouTube live stream stuff instead of Hangouts.
I don't know nothing about that.
Google Hangouts will be ending on September the 12th. There will be no more Google Live Hangouts. You'll have to go through on your YouTube account and activate YouTube Live, and you'll have to do it through YouTube Live. But it's the same basic deal as using the Google Plus. I mean, you just send out the invite the same way you do with the little person up at the top with the plus symbol and send people the link and shit to join. So,
and not to mention the fact that too with YouTube Live, it's going to be a little bit different, Jeff. If you ever want to have a hangout on your channel, and the reason
I can't have a hangout on my channel.
No, I'm just saying.
Banned from putting a fucking video up of an audio of thunder and lightning.
I know that. Jeff. Now, if you let me now, if you let me finish explaining before you trip over your bottom lip, you know. Anyway,
Fuck you.
what I'm saying though is, when you want to have something like that in the future, you're gonna have to have a streaming software, which is like OBS or XSplit or something along those lines, because you have to have that to stream live on YouTube. And that's what I have right now. That's what I'm trying to familiarize myself with.
I just got a Google Chromebook. Seemed to solve the problem.
Yeah, I'm sure my laptop's up to date, so it shouldn't be a problem. I'll find out next week when I try to do a hangout. I'm gonna set one up before the show next week, and then see how it goes. Invite some folks over just to see if it works the same, and get a feel for it before I actually try and go do the show.
Well, last night I tried to get a feel for it. I did a couple of test runs, and everything seemed to work okay for a little bit, but for some reason it would freeze. And I have someone that's going to be helping me out, in regards to fixing it up correctly so that I can stream right and everybody can enjoy the show when I have one. So.
Well, I'm just hoping that it'll be easier to integrate secondary video or audio into a live stream.
Oh, yeah.
Easier than it is in Google Hangouts, because I still have no clue how to bring up a video and share it with everybody here and have the audio come through correctly. I don't know. I think I need secondary software to do it, but I'm not trying to add any more shit to my computer.
Yeah.
No, Steve, actually.
Well, one of the things that I want to do
is right there, like the little computer with the arrow thing, which says screen share.
Yeah, I can share my screen, but the audio never comes through.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I'll shut up then. Go ahead, John.
One of the things that I want to do when I have these future streams is I kind of want to have it's like a hangout. I want to try and I know it's going to be hard for people, to do this, but I want to try and get people to who have Skype accounts. And I want to be able to, because when I have, people in a group call on Skype, you can, have as many people in the Skype call as you want. And I want to stream all of that to YouTube and have a makeshift hangout on YouTube live streams. You know what I mean? With Skype. I've seen it done several times. I just got to figure out how to do it. That's the hard part.
No, my big hang up right now is I actually had a buddy of mine who's in a death metal band. He gave us permission to use a clip from one of his songs as the intro and outro for the show, but I can't integrate it and play it before the show and everything and have the sound come through. I think I'm going to have to get a mixing board and just run through it so I can have the extra audio.
I know there's several shows out there that broadcast on Vaughn Live. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that website, but they do all kinds of interesting things, as far as their format is concerned, how they open their show, how they feature things, because one of the things about these streaming softwares is you're able to bring up an article once you figure out how to operate the software. You're able to bring up an article, feature it on the screen, and present it to everybody that's watching it, including the audience that's watching the show. You're able to bring up videos and feature them. You're able to bring up so many different things at one time and feature them on your screen for everybody to see and to talk about. And that's what I want to do, because I don't know, it seems so hard with the way things are going with the Google Hangouts nowadays, and like you said, it's going to be terminated pretty much here soon anyway. So I got to familiarize myself with this streaming software so I can do better shows for my channel,
Oh yeah. I'm going to try to invite our other host. I don't think she knows the time got moved, but we'll run long. I've been missing Miss Allie. See if we can get her in here.
Oh, what are you gonna do for the next Devil Shot?
Oh God, I don't know. I welcome you or Allie to make anything you want and post that. Um,
Yeah, I wouldn't know how to upload my thing to your channel.
you could just share your video with me on the Google Drive or through email, and
Yeah.
I can
Okay.
edit it and put it up.
Yeah, all you have to do, Atheist Ranger, is just like make your video, right? Upload it to your channel as unlisted, and then share the link with him, and he'll be able to take the video and feature it on his channel.
Okay, so like if I'm responding to some moron on the internet, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, and I'll do like I did with my other Devil Shot, and
Yeah.
it'll have the music with it and all that good shit.
Just make sure that it's unlisted, Atheist Ranger, so that he can see it when he views it.
Okay.
All right, I sent Allie the link to join. Hopefully she will join. I think she's gonna leave her camera off and jump in here.
Yeah, because if you put it on private, he ain't gonna be able to see it.
Yeah,
So
like I
did,
said,
did you guys see Rudy Giuliani make an ass of himself?
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
Oh,
that
fuck yeah.
motherfucker, man.
Fucking stupid ass.
I was outside having, I was outside, grilling my steaks and shit, man. I was having a good time, and somebody sent me the fucking link, and I'm like, come back inside, and I'm watching this shit. I'm like, no terrorist attack before Obama was in office.
Really? Sure about that?
That's what that motherfucker said.
I think he's been eating paint chips since he was a child, man.
That motherfucker need to eat some. Oh, I didn't even want to say what I want to say.
Oh, did you see the Katrina Pearson thing where she blamed Obama, where she said that Afghanistan was Obama's war?
Everything's Obama's fault. And, I didn't vote for Obama. I didn't vote for him. I don't like his policies. But good God, if President Obama were to save a drowning fucking puppy dog, it was oh my God. See what that evil bastard did? He saved a puppy dog.
Right?
It would be a pit bull, and he saved another vicious dog that's gonna attack a child.
Yeah. I mean, and look, I mean, maybe you can make the argument that he's increased troops there, but we've been there since 2001. That had nothing to do with him.
Well, the whole goddamn Iraq situation was that was a mistake.
Oh, fuck yes. That was a mistake.
And I was on YouTube, as it was happening, watching the bombs drop. I'm like, that's what I was like a real right-wing fucking maniac, and I was like, America, hell yeah! and now you look back, it's like, oh, that was a bad fucking idea. Stupid. But
Allie!
What's up, girl?
Hi, how are you?
We're
We're
fine.
all right. We're doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm here. I said I'd be here, so I'm sticking to that word.
I'm glad you were able to join us. We actually started about an hour ago, but we'll run long because I wasn't sure if I had told you we moved up the time.
Oh, awesome.
Tell me you got a job today.
Okay, so I didn't get one job. At least they didn't call me. So they might either be late in calling me or I didn't get it. But the one that I really want, I find out tomorrow. So I have to. I have to get that.
Fingers crossed, or else you're living in my house.
wow.
Oh, well, Allie, we're doing. Of course, we're doing an open mic night tonight. So we've got some other folks that have jumped in here with us. But you got anything you want to talk about? You haven't been here in what 3 fucking weeks?
3 weeks. I know. Anything I want to talk about? My brain is fried. We are going to be launching the the Godless Singles dating website. We're going to be doing that probably within a week. It's going to be free for the first month, and then you get to sign up. And the whole deal is, we didn't want bots, and we didn't want a lot of the fake stuff that you get from normal dating sites that make it all look like it's been established and there are thousands of users and you're the one missing out, not us. So we're being open and honest in the fact that, hey, every account here is going to be one that somebody is using, and the purpose of the dating website is indeed to find atheists in other parts of the world, not just ones around you. So we are going to be encouraging everybody to hop on board and start playing around with that. It's not just for dating, it's for friendship as well. There are so many people out there that can't find anyone to even speak to about atheism. So it'd be a great site for that. So I'm really excited to get that launched and going finally.
Sweet.
That's good.
And of course, a good portion of the proceeds from that is going to go to help the organization, as well as running the website. So, actually, a good cause where we're not trying to just rape people and take their fucking money and fucking make $1 million off of it for ourselves. Like, it's about trying to help this organization and build a stronger atheist community throughout the entire world. So definitely an awesome thing that I think could be a really good jumping off point for having more atheists come out of the closet and say, you know what, fuck it, yeah, I'm an atheist and I want to be a part of the community. Maybe give some folks that left their religion that sort of community that they may have lost when they left their community, their religious community. So I think it's a beautiful thing. I'm really happy that we're doing that.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. And just like you said most of the proceeds, actually all of them are going to be going to Atheist Republic. Every last penny is going to be going to Atheist Republic. So it's been a lot of hard work put into it by many different members of our team, and it's all been pure volunteer work. So we're very happy to give all that money right back to AR. So it's really, if anything, it's a fun charity thing. You can donate and be a part of a really awesome tight-knit community. So I'm really looking forward to get that. Who's John? John, who are? I love your profile picture.
Oh, I am. I'm known on YouTube as the Quiet Atheist.
Okay, cool. Nice to meet you. I like that. That's really neat.
Yes, I've been around here on YouTube. I'm wanting to say, well, my channel has been around for about a little over 4 years now. And I've technically been on YouTube since, I've been wanting to say probably about late 2007, early 2008, but I started uploading in 2012 of April.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what are you guys going to do? Because G-Man has destroyed atheism.
Oh, when did this happen?
Yeah, him and Josh Fierstein both, I'm sure.
Yeah, they destroyed atheism. We're all on the run. We're scared now.
Yeah.
No, it's funny, John. The first I had ever heard of you was looking through videos on a particular YouTube channel that I refuse to fucking mention, where you were called out by this asshole as being an Islamic apologist. So when did you become an Islamic apologist?
I don't know, man. I honestly don't know.
Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
I don't know. I don't know when I became an Islamic apologist. You know,
that particular individual has called me the same thing, so I don't know.
Because there are several people out there right now who are basically actively accusing me or throwing that label at me, you know, as being a Islamic apologist, or I apologize for Muslims and I'm scared of them, ooh, you know, and that's why I defend them or whatever. despite the fact that they have not provided any evidence to correlate me with that position, but they still ramble on and on and on and on and on. It's hilarious, man. It is.
John's
yeah,
last,
I think
John's last
Quiet,
name is Muhammad, by the way, just saying.
yeah, Quiet Atheist is in pretty much my circles, and he's been one of my biggest supporters. So yeah.
You know, and it's just like, well, you know, I get into some of these hangouts, and Atheist Ranger can tell you, you know, these people, well, when I bring up something about Christianity, you know, they say, you're just being an Islamic apologist and all of this and that, you know, and I'll bring, they want to say, there's no, you know, there's no Bible verses that actually call for violence right now. So when I throw out something like, you know, I think it was in Leviticus where, you know, all the, you know, homosexuals should be stoned to death or whatever, you know, they have to be stoned to death. Oh, that's part of the Old Testament. Nobody pays attention to the Old Testament. So I got to thinking one day, I go, well, you know, when they bring up all of these excuses, you know, they sound to me like they're a bunch of Christian apologists, right? Because this is something that a lot of these Christian apologists would do, you know. They say, oh, you're bringing up the Old Testament. Nobody pays attention to that anymore. You're taking this out of context. You're taking that out of context, blah, 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 blah. I just have to laugh because the hypocrisy is mind-numbing, you know.
Yeah, I honestly have been wondering as of late, you know, whatever happened to fucking scholarship? Whatever happened to actually knowing what the fuck you're talking about and having a nuanced fucking viewpoint that understands both sides of the fucking argument and says, okay, look, it's not as fucking simple and black and white as you want to fucking paint the picture as. It's just not that fucking simple.
Yeah, and they go, oh, you know, like I was saying, you know, they bring up the excuse, oh, that's part of the Old Testament. Well, what about when Jesus said that, you know, nothing in the laws shall be changed until heaven and earth disappear and everything comes to pass, basically. He did not come to change the laws, but to fulfill them. Oh, you take that out of context. You take that.
It's, you know, it's funny because I get both sides of the fucking you know, both sides of the argument thrown at me. I've got one person who claims that I'm an Islamophobe, and then I've got other people yelling at me that I'm a fucking apologist or a regressive, and I'm like, dude, there's so much fucking middle ground here that you just apparently refuse to fucking see. Like, yeah. I get hate from both sides, so it's kind of beautiful.
I think that word regressive has literally been thrown around so much, it's absolutely meaningless at this point.
And when I deal with regressives, I deal with true regressives like CJ fucking Whirlman and Reza Aslan and fucking Chink Yulgar or whatever his name is from the Young Turks. You know, like really regressive shit that ignores, you know, entire fucking issues and other nuanced shit going on there. And basically it's just like, if you say anything bad about Islam, you're an Islamophobe. Like, no. Like, I'm not scared of Islam. I'm not. I have no irrational fear of Islam whatsoever. I hate Islam in the same way that I fucking hate Christianity, and I hate Judaism, and I really hate Hinduism as well. Yeah. I'm not a fan of Buddhism. Like, I don't like any of that shit because I don't like organized religion. Like, I'm not cool with any of it, but I don't hate fucking people because they believe this shit. And there's so many people like in the fucking Christian right and shit that are actual racists, you know, that just they look at a person with brown skin that looks like they might be from the Middle East and they're like, oh, it's a fucking terrorist. Like, hold the fuck on, dude. Do you understand that dude with that head wrap over there is a fucking Hindu? Like, he's not even a Muslim. So what the fuck are you talking about? Like, you have no clue. You're so fucking lost, man.
I tell you the time, I had this Muslim girl that came from Tatarstan. And she came down here to Biloxi. She was working with me, and at the time, I didn't know she was a Muslim, and at that time, I was just, again, one of those, yes, kill them all, bomb them all, kill America, hell yeah, and sitting at McDonald's, and we watching goddamn Fox News, and she says, something about Iran was on, and she says, well, I'm not Iranian, but I'm a Muslim, and for like one fucking instant, I was like, I'm sitting down one of them Muslims, son of a bitch. And you gotta separate the people from their fucked up ideology. And shit, that gal, she could drink me under the fucking table anyway. She's fucking Russian, man.
Well, get this. In a hangout that I was in the past, I even heard this come from the mouth of an atheist, man. That's why this was fucking amazing to me. They basically say, well, if I was there back in the day when the Crusades happened, I would have taken the side of the Christians, and I would have been standing there side by side with them. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
Well, and he probably would have, because that's the type of person that still clings to fucking nationalism and this imperialistic fucking viewpoint that some people are just better than other people and some countries are better than other countries and shit. I think next to religion, nationalism is the fucking worst ideology out there. I'm happy that I live in America. I'm glad I have the freedoms I have. But whenever somebody says America's the best country in the fucking world, I'm like, you're just so fucking lost. It's not even funny, dude. You have no idea. You have no clue.
Maybe when it comes to social freedom, sure, but when it comes to healthcare or infrastructure, no, we're not the best.
Well, even socially, I mean, we still have states that are trying to fucking ban transgendered individuals from going into bathrooms. I was like, dude, how about you ban priests from going into bathrooms, motherfucker? You want to deal with a problem? Deal with the fucking problem. Oh, well,
it wasn't about 50 years ago in my state that we didn't let black people go to the beach.
Yeah, or drink from the same water fountain.
Oh, you want to go to the beach? Why? There's a tree over there for you, boy. I understand.
Because I have never seen a Christian, protest another Christian pedophile. Never have.
They won't.
No.
Oh, no.
They won't.
No, and when it comes to light that some Christian has committed some horrible act of pedophilia or child rape or they're fucking a frequent user of gay porn sites or whatever it is, they're just like, oh well, he wasn't a true Christian, or oh, he was tempted by Satan and he lost his way, but he's getting himself back together again. It's like Josh Duggar, man.
God will forgive him for his sin.
Yeah. Josh Duggar is a perfect motherfucking example.
Yeah.
This douchebag goes out, cheats on his fucking wife, does all this terrible fucking shit. He molested his own fucking sisters, and everybody's just like, well, people make mistakes, and he's trying to get himself together and repent. Man, fuck that dude. He's a fucking pedophile who should not have fucking children, and the fact that his wife stayed with him makes me hate her more than him.
Yeah.
She should have fucking hit the bricks the moment that shit came to light. In fact, she should have never been with the motherfucker because she had to know what a cunt he was before she ever married the douchebag.
Sure she did.
And then his parents are even worse because they kept it a secret until the statute of limitations ran out on the crimes.
And by the way, I love how Fox News made it look like they were the victims of the media.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the Duggars are the fucking victims, not the little girls that got raped by their fucking brother. Yeah. Fuck them, man. What do you think, Allie? Is that some bullshit?
Yeah, it totally is. I've been, you guys are speaking about people calling you Islamophobic, things of that nature. That is it's a sore topic for me because we are, if you dislike Islam, by definition, the Oxford Dictionary definition, you are an Islamophobe, right? I'm an Islamophobe. I dislike Islam, and to read it to you, the exact definition from the Oxford Dictionary is dislike or prejudice against Islam or Muslims, especially as a political force. So I do oppose Islam. I would go as far as to say I hate Islam. Do I hate Muslims? No, not at all. Why would I hate people? I definitely do hate the ideology. So we've been having some debates, and one team member on the Atheist Republic team especially called me a bigot because I didn't want us publishing news articles on how terrible Islamophobia is getting, right? Because Atheist Republic is Islamophobic by definition. So if we're going to stick with the correct terms and correct definitions, I don't think that it's appropriate for an atheist organization who opposes Islam and speaks out against the atrocities that is performed in the name of Islam. I don't think that it's news for our followers that they really want to listen to or read about how terrible Islamophobia is getting, and how out of hand the media is with their Islamophobia and blah, blah, blah. Like, can we stick to other topics? So I was called a bigot because she came up with some totally made up report that was not scientifically conducted by any means. So it's been a really sore topic with me when people call me Islamophobic or an Islamophobe. And it's one of those terms where I'm not sure, do I want to own it? Or do I just reject the whole thing altogether? Because that's what I've been doing, right? I make posts about it. I talk about it. Islamophobia is not a thing. It's a tactic used to shut up critics of Islam, and it's just as useful as a child on a playground screaming, "Well, you're a duty face." That's exactly what they're doing when they call me an Islamophobe. But to actually go further and call someone a bigot because they don't respect the term Islamophobe, that's been a sore topic. And it's something that the founder of Atheist Republic, Armin Navabi, said, why don't you take this to the people? Take this out there and see what they feel about it. And it's been hard for me. Not because I need to be right. I don't need to be right about this topic. There can be 1,000 different opinions on this topic, and that's all it is. It's an opinion. Nobody's right or wrong necessarily. But from people from our own, and atheists, we're not on a side necessarily, but people from within our own lack of belief system, when they start attacking us for our own criticisms and our own realizations that we want to put out there to the world, Islam is bad. It's just as bad, like Casper was saying, as Christianity, as Judaism. Religions are bad, and so why Islam gets this special treatment, why they get a special phobia, why they get all this special attention is asinine. It's really frustrating to me. So now I don't know if it's one of those things where, because by definition, I am an Islamophobe. I dislike Islam, and that is the definition of Islamophobia. Do I own that, or do I reject it? And that's where I am. So I'm sorry to go back in time to what you were talking about, but
it's not a problem.
It's on my mind for a while.
Well, what about the Muslims that don't like a certain brand of Islam? Are they Islamophobic as well? I mean,
well, ultimately, there aren't supposed to be any different brands of Islam, right? Anyone who knows anything about Islam knows that the Quran is the perfect word of Allah. So there cannot be any other interpretation of it. So there cannot be a misinterpretation for there to form another sect. But we all know that there are different brands of Islam. We all know this. But so you bring up a fantastic point. But in order for us to even claim that one sect of Islam is Islamophobic against the other sect, because they dislike that other sect, they would actually have to admit that there are several different interpretations and several different Muslims who follow in different interpretations. It's a clusterfuck.
Yeah.
It's a damn mess. I mean, it's a matter of fact that Muslims have been killing more Muslims than anybody else since 1400 years ago.
Oh yeah, and when you bring that up, the people that are just diehard Islam is fucking Satan are just like, oh, now you're an Islamic apologist. No, I'm just stating a fucking fact. Like, that's a factual fucking truth. That fucking happens. I'm sorry.
Muhammad died, and the Sunni and the Shia started killing each other. They've been killing each other for 1,000 fucking years, and all of a sudden, when the white guy does it, it's bad fucking news.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Or if you don't talk about Islam enough, you're accused of being a Muslim apologist.
Yeah.
I tell you what really kills me though. What just fucking eats my ass, man. This idea that because Muslims are so fucking sensitive, I in turn am required to now treat Islam with fucking kid gloves. What? I don't treat Christianity with kid gloves. If Facebook wouldn't fucking ban me for it, I'd post pictures of Jesus fucking Jesus with the caption Jesus fucking Christ. Like,
Not a bad thing of being.
That is nice.
but of course Facebook will fucking kick me out of Facebook for a week for that shit, so I don't do it. But that's how I feel. Like, I have no fucking problem with it. I have no problem with posting the lyrics from a song by A Perfect Circle called Judith, where the chorus of that song is "fuck your Lord, fuck your God, and your Christ." Like, I have no problem doing that, and nobody is gonna go, "Oh, you're a Christophobe." Like, no, I'm not. I think Christianity's fucking stupid, and I'm gonna make it known that if you tell me some ridiculous shit, I'm gonna ridicule it. Like, I am under the impression that the only way to battle a ridiculous idea is with ridicule, and it's fucking ridiculous. And the same goes with fucking Islam. When you tell me some stupid ass shit like fucking Muhammad flew to goddamn Mecca on a fucking Pegasus, I'm gonna tell you that's fucking ridiculous. That is some of the most fucktarded shit I've ever heard. And if you believe that as a factual fucking truth, you're an idiot. Like, that's just stupid.
I would say
shit.
I would even say, give me some of the shrooms that you're eating, man.
Right?
Share that
I mean,
shit, goddammit.
Oh my god, and they're like, well, the Quran says it, so it has to be true. What the fuck? Dude, read Mein Kampf. Read what the fuck Hitler said in that book. Well, it has to be true then. Hitler said it, so it's got to be fucking true, right? I mean, fuck, man, it's a book. Harry Potter really existed because, fucking J.K. Rowling's wrote about it, so it's the fucking reality now.
In the next 1,000 years, Harry Potter book will become a religion, and people will say, this is reality.
Well, shit, I got Gandalf from the Lord of the Rings living in my house with me right now, man.
I wish I could get Gandalf living with me. I wouldn't have to pay for pot anymore. I'd get high with magic. Oh, I don't fucking know, man. The idea that just because so many Muslim people are so fucking sensitive that I need to wear kid gloves when I talk about Islam is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'm not going to wear kid gloves when I talk about anything ridiculous. I'm just not. And so, of course, I'm going to get called an Islamophobe by the people that are overly sensitive and the true regressives out there. And then at the same time, when I'm not running around going, oh, Islam is the great Satan and it's fucking destroying the world and it's the biggest horror ever in all of humanity, if I don't say that, then the other fucking camp is going to go, oh, well, you're an Islamic apologist. Like, no, dude, I just understand that there's a little bit of nuance behind this shit. And, like, there's a shit ton of fucking Muslims on this planet. They don't all actually think the same. I know it's a weird fucking concept. We've got, what, 6 people in this chat right now? I can guarantee you there's at least one topic we're not going to agree on.
Yeah.
And the same goes with every fucking religious person out there. I'm not going to fucking belittle all fucking Muslims just because certain Muslims are complete fucking cunts. And I will still tell you that, yes, ISIS is an Islamic terrorist group. Saudi Arabia, ruled under an Islamic theocracy, is basically a legitimized fucking terrorist group. And the shit they do is fucking horrible, and yes, it has everything to do with Islam. Is Islam the only fucking cause and force behind it? Of course not. There are other factors there, but don't tell me that Islam has nothing to fucking do with it. Of course it does. It's the fucking justification. When you ask them, why did you do that? If you go to Iran right now and ask them, hey man, I see you've got fucking 6 guys hung up in the street over here. What happened? And they're like, oh, they were gay. Like, what did they do though? No, they were just gay. They like dick in the booty. You're like, so you killed them? Like, oh yeah, we got to. The book says we gotta. Like, okay. And then you bring that up with people, and they're like, "Oh, that's got nothing to do with Islam." No, that dude just said it has everything to fucking do with Islam.
That's what fucking kills
it's in
me
the book.
About fucking ISIS, man. They come up and they say, "We are Muslims. We are doing this in the name of Islam," and then you have fucking politicians in America saying, with no education about Islam, never read the book. Oh, no, they're not Muslims. But wait, no, they just said they're Muslim. They're Muslim. They say they hold up the fucking Quran and the black flag of Islam. We're Muslims, Allahu Akbar, and you have politicians say, no, that's not Islam.
While the question then becomes, what are they? Are they Christians then? Are they Hindus? Are they fucking
What are they, fucking rednecks in South Mississippi cooking a fucking steak?
Who fly drones without pilot licenses?
Oh, fuck you in love. Go die. Go drink bleach, you bastard.
No, and you get these people that are like, well, it's the U.S. created ISIS. Like, well, no, U.S. imperialism has had a hand in a lot of fucked up shit in the Middle East. I won't deny that for a fucking second. And it's not just the U.S., the U.K., France, several countries, and their interventionism in the Middle East has definitely caused these people to get pretty fucking riled up.
Sure.
and very fucking angry.
When what was that goddamn Rambo movie in Afghanistan? Well, as a matter of fact, the United States government funded the Mujahideen in Afghanistan. We funded them against Russia, and we were, oh goddamn, while the Mujahideen were cutting the Russians' throats off, we were like, fuck yeah, America, hell yeah. And now we were sending them money hand over fist, and now we're fighting the same motherfuckers and now we're like, oh, these some evil people, goddamn it, we can't have that. Fuck me running.
Yeah, it's a clusterfuck out there right now. The whole situation, and it's fucked up because like we have to deal with this with people in our own community of the atheist community in general that are on both sides of this fence, as well as a few that are sitting here in the middle where we're at, so the people in the middle, we're just getting fucking lambasted from both sides at the same fucking time by people that are supposed to be logical and rational people. And when we present a logical and rational argument, they're like, no, fuck you. Like, oh, come on, man. You're supposed to be brighter than this.
I get it from, well, you must hate America. You don't like America. Why don't you just get out and leave? I'm like, no, I love this country. I like living here. We kind of doing some fucked up shit. Everybody does some fucked up shit. Let's recognize everybody does some fucked up shit. No.
There comes a point in time where you just kind of have to recognize that there is some fucked up shit going on. You know, even the fucking KKK has at this point said, "Hey, man, maybe we shouldn't have been out fucking hanging black folks in the street. That might have been a little fucked up." You know, and
It's really fucking bad when the KKK understands and say, "Hey, we fucked up," and everybody else is saying, "Oh, fuck, really?"
yeah, and that's not to say if they weren't in power that they still wouldn't want to do that shit. But at least there's like one or two of them that are going, you know what, that might have been going a little too far.
Oh man.
Jesus.
Dan, what kind of picture do you have on your avatar there, Bunto?
Oh, hey John, how you doing? I don't know, typical G plus.
That's
people.
my Uncle Polly.
Is that Brett Keane? I can't tell.
John, how you been? So John, how have you been, dude?
Pretty good, pretty good. How come you haven't been into any of my hangouts for the past year?
Man, I've been in prison, dude.
Liar!
That's a good.
You're lying. I've seen you in a lot of hangouts. Don't lie to me now.
I'm not on your level, dude. Freaking the elites, man.
Oh yes, the elites. I'm nobody, man.
I've just been like, once in a while I'll see kids, man, and I've just been hanging around the trolls.
Oh, you just want to hang out with the trolls?
That's the only ones that'll have me, dude.
Mm.
The trolls, man.
The prison trolls.
Benny the Ball and Down and fucking Outbound. I know.
Like my hangout.
Well, don't worry, they'll get their comeuppance, man.
Yeah. Just real quick, Casper, I gotta get me to bed, so I will see you later. Allie, it was nice talking to you. Hopefully we'll talk soon.
Yeah.
And again, hopefully I will. If you guys give me the chance, I would love to be you guys' social media manager. Other than that, you guys have a good night.
Okay. Have a good
Take
one.
it easy, Tony.
You too. Later.
See you later.
Yeah, I gotta hit the stack too. I gotta go kiss Avelian good night. She's cooking me some food right now.
Oh god damn it! You and your swastika brownies, buddy.
Yeah, man. So you're still in Texas, right,
Who, me?
John?
Yes.
All right, dude.
Yeah, I live in Texas. I live in the Panhandle.
Yeah, I remember you telling me, dude.
Allie's down there around you.
Yeah.
Where do you live, Hallie? Like El Paso or?
South Texas.
Oh, you live in the valley.
Not quite.
Like Victoria?
I know. Kinda. Not. I'm more north than that, maybe.
Like San Antonio?
Around-ish. Yeah, I kind of. Right now, I'm kind of floating around, so I'm there.
He's trying to get you to doctor up yourself.
Well, shoot, man, I live in freaking Austin, so
Yeah.
smack in the middle.
No, I've been living here where I've been for about 6 years now. I live about 8 hours from Dallas.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I've been to Galveston several times. I've been to some really badass fucking raves in Austin. And Houston. So
Freaking
I used to
queer
live in
town.
Houston for quite a while. Oh yeah, there's a lot of gay folks in Houston. A lot of gay folks.
Yeah.
I did not know that when I moved there. And I became acquainted with it real fast. I was like, wow, a lot of gay folks here.
The thing about Houston, you ever see that movie Blade Runner?
Uh-huh.
It's sort of like that, dude. Because I remember I was in Houston one time, like about 7 o'clock in the morning, and these white girls walked in with like pure silk Asian dresses, man. Because it's like a real mixed cultured city, Houston.
Oh wow.
But Houston sucks, man. People from Houston love it, but going there sucks.
I dated a little Vietnamese girl when I lived there.
Yeah.
And,
Vietnamese.
man, the Vietnamese community there is fucking brutal. Like Vietnamese mafia running around, just fucking slinging drugs everywhere. I was like, wow, this is cool.
You ever been to a Buddhist funeral?
No, I haven't.
It's like our funerals, like on level 11, man. I mean, they're very, crying and everything, man. I mean, they wail. It's pretty hardcore.
Yeah. Damn.
So that's good, John. So I mean, how's the economy? Everything's decent.
Nah, everything's shit here as always.
But
The only thing that they've developed here where I'm at so far in this state is the fact that it's an open carry state, which you obviously know because you're in Texas too, I believe. But that's it.
it's like just lately we've been having like a murder freaking every week, man. We had 3 murders last week in Austin, dude. Just freaking going crazy, man.
Well, about 2 months ago, a young kid got shot and killed right in front of my fucking house.
Oh, how terrible.
Yep.
Yeah, did they ever find who killed that girl on 6th Street?
Okay, when was it, honey, so I can remember?
It was, I want to say, like 2 weeks ago.
2
Someone,
weeks?
yeah, 2 weeks ago.
I know what you're talking about. Yes, they captured that young man in Atlanta. Supposedly he said that his brother-in-law pushed him in the back, so he just wheeled around, started shooting, and he shot that woman in the head.
Damn.
That's so sad.
Yeah, I know.
There were two shootings that night. The first one, he didn't shoot anybody, but it was in a garage, and he ended up hurting himself. So like the bullet ricocheted or something, but he hurt himself, no one else. And then just like a couple hours later, there was that shooting on 6th Street. So Austin, I'm like, what the hell? That wasn't typical of Austin when I was living there.
Right. It's gone like a little bit violent. So
That's really sad.
I've never gotten in trouble down here, but I'll tell you guys a story. Are we still live? Oh shit! I'll wait till the shit goes on live. I'll tell you how I got in trouble down here. I don't have a record, but I got in trouble with the cops.
Oh man, you need to stay out of that trouble, Bunto. Damn it.
Right, you take care of me, man. Freaking put me in the pod. Hey, you remember that fool Rancam?
Huh?
Maybe that fool Rancam. Have you seen him?
No, last time I seen him, he was on a show. I forgot the name of the atheist show, man. It hasn't been on in a long ass time, so I completely forgot about it. But this was months ago, man.
You remember when he came on our show?
When was this?
Remember I interviewed you and he came on and talking about prison.
Oh yes, I remember that. Oh, that guy's funny, man. He was telling me, if you were in prison with me, I'd make you my bitch. I go, oh yeah? I'd be the one giving you those bumpy rides to fucking prison, motherfucker.
You don't put up with any of that crap, huh?
Oh no, I don't put up with that shit. I would have clashed heads with him immediately. And
they just like to test you.
Oh yeah. Because I come from a background of 15 years worth of law enforcement and prison system, and I don't put up with that shit.
Oh man, so did you ever go back?
No, I recently, well not recently, this happened a few years ago. I was working for a sheriff's department back in my home state. And I witnessed someone who killed themselves, and I got diagnosed with having PTSD, and I had to quit my job because I was unsafe and unfit to fulfill my duties.
Oh man, you know what? Just think about it, John. It's like, it might suck here in Texas, but think back in New Mexico, dude. It's even fucking worse, dude.
Yeah.
The economy and everything.
Dude, the shittiest town in the entire United States I've ever seen is in New Mexico. A little fucking place called Lordsburg. I
Lordsburg.
Fucking hate that goddamn town so much, man. Oh my god. Oh.
Well, it's kind of funny. It's like, if you think like the South, they have the Klan, right? But what we had was just gangs, right, John? Just fucking filled with gangs, man.
Yep. Some of them are even connected to the cartels in Mexico.
Right, for sure now.
It's crazy, man.
If you would have told me that Juarez was going to be like the murder capital of the world when I was growing up, I would have been, what are you talking about, man?
Yep.
What the fuck, man?
At least, and this is a minimum, at least 6 people died a night in Juarez. At least.
Oh, man. I love Juarez growing up, dude. Had a lot of fun.
y'all actually down there around Texas and Arizona, there's a large contingency of Aryan Nation members down there. So like y'all have y'all's own supremacists.
Yeah.
I guess in the prisons, I never saw like an Aryan on the street. Did you, John?
No,
I've
you
never.
You won't. Like Aryan Nation members, the whole premise behind the Aryan Nation is to blend in and then to fuck shit up from the inside. Like
Yeah.
they're way more organized than the Klan ever thought about being.
All I've seen are Aryan Nation within the prison system, but that's about it.
Well, that's Aryan Brotherhood, and that's basically a different sect. That's basically just a white supremacist gang. But the Aryan Nation is actually a supposedly legitimate organization here in the United States that's protected by religious freedom, just like the Klan.
In the Southwest, because I never saw it.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, one of the
bikers and gangs, but I never saw the Aryan Nations.
Me neither.
Well, a lot of the biker gangs are involved with Aryan Nation.
I remember the Banditos, man. Fuck. El Paso.
And the prison system, the prison where I worked at here, where I'm at now, is a maximum security prison, and they've had anything from serial killers to cartel hitmen, child murderers, everything, man. The worst of the worst in this is in this prison, and it's nasty. These environments are nasty, man. And I was kind of worried at one point because there's a few people, from what I understood, from the Aryan Nation, I believe, that were going around here in the state of Texas and killing off wardens of prisons. They were going to the warden's house and killing them and doing all this other shit. And
you want me to tell you the story behind that, John? I should, man, because we're live. Whose hangout is this?
It's Devils and God's Country. You can say whatever. It doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, but I don't want to get fucking looked up. I'll tell you another time, John. We're off here about the story behind that I heard.
All right.
But yeah, man. I mean, it was just pretty much, Latin when I was in the Southwest, very much.
But like when my home state, New Mexico, yeah, you deal with a lot of gangs. A lot. They're like fleas, man. They're all over the fucking place.
Well, I had the unfortunate privilege of being in the prison system in Georgia, so it was no fun.
The South.
A lot of gangs there too, but probably a lot different types of gangs. I mean, we had Crips and Bloods and all that crazy shit going on down there. So.
Are you still in Georgia?
Oh fuck no! I'm in Tennessee now, so I'm still in a shithole. Just a slightly elevated shithole from the shithole I was in Georgia.
How's the economy?
What's that?
How's the economy? Do they got stuff happening?
It's a right to work state, so people are in and out of jobs here.
Are they building?
In my town, they are. I live in a college town, like right outside Nashville. And we have one of the most thriving economies in Tennessee here in this town. So jobs and everything, the economy is pretty good here. But as far as statewide goes, I mean, it's not that great statewide.
Yeah.
Just as long as it's not like with Bush, man.
Oh, yeah. Well, a lot of the jobs here left under Clinton. When NAFTA happened, when the NAFTA bill got signed, a lot of the jobs here left and they went down to Mexico. So a lot of people. But
you've never lived in a poor state, right? Like New Mexico.
No, not like Mississippi or New Mexico or anything.
You can make like $10 an hour, dude, and be living high in the hog there, dude.
Hell yeah, in New Mexico, yeah, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be happy with that at all.
The food's good, right, John?
Oh, hell yeah, the food's great, man. I miss the food. That's the only thing that I miss.
Right. If you don't mind looking over your back, over your shoulder, man, you'll love New Mexico.
Oh, I know it.
It's kind of crazy because the town I live in, like 2 towns over from here, is the nursery capital of the world. So there's just a shit ton of they grow like trees and bushes and shit, and like there's a shit ton of Mexicans everywhere around me. So like we have great fucking Mexican food here. Wonderful fucking Mexican food here, but it's a weird thing because you think Tennessee, you're gonna find good Mexican food there. Like hell yeah, we got a lot of Mexicans here. They cook.
Well, like a freaking grade C restaurant from New Mexico would be a AAA restaurant here in Texas. That's I'm just used to that quality, man.
I have to go now. Here's how it sucks here in Texas when it comes to food. I have to go all the way to my home state just to get tortillas, man.
Well, all right, guys. I need to cut it off and
all right,
say my little spiel here. And then I'm gonna spend a little time hollering at Allie for a bit. But I appreciate you guys showing up and hanging out with me. It's been fun. And anytime we do these open mic hangouts on the 3rd Monday of every month. So if you guys want to join anytime, I'll have Ranger send y'all a link, and you're welcome to jump on in here and hang out with us.
That sounds like a plan. And it was nice meeting you guys. It was nice meeting you, Ellie.
It was nice meeting you.
Yeah. And Bunto, if you can't be good, don't name it after me, man.
Right. Good seeing you, John. Good
All right, I'll see you guys later.
Have a good night, y'all. Take care.
All right.
All right. Bye. All right. So that was another episode of Devils in God's Country open mic night. Had a couple guests show up. Had a good time. Ran a little long. It's been fun. Just to wrap things up, as always, the opinions and viewpoints expressed here, not necessarily the opinions and viewpoints of all members of Atheist Republic. We have a huge team of people, and we cannot possibly speak for all those people. So if you have any issues with anything that's been said here tonight, please direct them to the Devils in God's Country. You can go to our Facebook page. You can post in the comment section under YouTube or on the Google Plus event page, and let us know how you felt about anything that we've said here. If you enjoyed the things that the Atheist Republic does, trying to build a strong atheist community both online and in your local communities, please visit atheistrepublic.com, and you can volunteer with our organization. You could also contribute monetarily if you have a couple bucks you want to throw at us. That would be awesome. But of course, we're not going to kick you out or tell you to fuck off if you don't throw us a few bucks. Next week, I have no idea what the topic will be, but it will be something, and hopefully Miss Allie will get to join us again next week, so we'll have our usual crew back again.
I certainly will, yes.
This has been another episode of the Devils in God's Country. Thanks for joining us. Bye.